So the original graph is in blue. We're supposed to make the red graph, which is 1/3 times all the y values. So like take x equals 1. The y value is 9 on the original graph. The new graph should have 1/3 of the y value. So 1/3 times 9 is 3. That's it. That's all you got to do for each point. So this next point in the blue graph, 2 comma 3. The red graph is supposed to have 1/3 of the y value. So 1/3 times 3 is 1. So at 3 comma 6, 1/3 of the y value should be 2, and then 1/3 of 0 is 0. Okay, so we're supposed to graph f of 3x. So here's what you can do. Look at the blue line. The first x coordinate we're given is at x equals 1. If you plug in 1 in here, 1 times 3 is 3, so you're looking at f of 3. This is from another problem. So when x equals 1, we're going to get the f of 3. And if you look at 3 over here, that has a y value of 1. So 1 comma 1 should be a dot for our red graph. 1 on the x, 1 on the y. That should be a dot. Okay. Let's try something else. If we plug in x equals 2, let's see what we're going to get for a y value. That means if you plug in 2 in here, 3 times 2 makes 6, so we want f of 6 to be the corresponding y value. So we don't have f of 6 in the original graph, so that means we need to pick something smaller. Okay. Can this go by thirds? Oh, it can. They've already got that set up. Nice. Okay. Okay, so look, we've tried x equals 2, but it was off the blue graph. We couldn't get any values. So let's try going by thirds. If you plug in 1/3 into the original function, into our new function, I should say. If you plug in 1/3 in here, 3 times 1/3 makes 1. And f of 1, that means the y value of the blue graph when x equals 1, and that's 3. So that means 1/3 comma 3 should be a dot on our graph. And look, you can pick these. It looks like that's going to work as well, but 1/3 comma 1 should be a dot. No, sorry, 1/3 comma 3 should be a dot. You can pick whatever values you want for x. I picked 1/3 just to make sure it landed on the graph. You could try x equals 4, but if you plug in 4 in here, 4 times 3 is 12, and f of 12 isn't possible. We don't have that value in the blue graph. So you really want to pick x values that make sense. And since we're going by a factor of times 3, that means we've constricted the graph horizontally. So it should be a lot smaller. It should be a lot more narrow, I should say. So look, if you plug 2/3 in here into the transformation, 3 times 2/3 is 2. And f of 2 has a y value of 4. So 2/3 comma 4 should be another dot. So 2/3 comma 4 should be another dot. And if you keep going in that pattern, if you plug in 1, 3 times 1 is 3, and f of 3 gives us a y value of 1. So at x equals 1 on the transformation, the y value should be 1. And then this is going to be at 1/3. So it's been shrunk by 1/3 on the x-axis.